Have you ever noticed how some men effortlessly capture the attention of any woman they meet? It's not about having the perfect looks, the deepest pockets, or the most glamorous lifestyle. The secret lies in something far more subtle yet powerful: the way they communicate. These men understand how to create a lasting impression, leaving women thinking about them long after the conversation ends. In the next few moments, I'm going to share the exact techniques that high-value men use to create powerful, memorable connections. Pay close attention. These insights can transform the way you communicate and elevate your connections with women forever. The power of first impressions: building intrigue and interest. First impressions are everything, yet most people fumble by trying too hard to impress. They might lean on flashy stories or a forced charm, but high-value men take a completely different approach. They know that the first conversation isn't about winning someone over. Instead, it's about leaving a subtle but meaningful mark. Women are incredibly attuned to emotional cues. Body language, tone of voice, and the energy you project often speak louder than words. Before you even say a word, how you carry yourself determines whether she'll be intrigued enough to think about you later. The key here is creating an emotional experience that resonates. High-value men make women feel appreciated, respected, and understood during that first interaction, laying the groundwork for curiosity and connection. The silent language of confidence. Confidence is magnetic, but it's not about being loud, boastful, or commanding all the attention in the room. True confidence is quiet, steady, and deeply rooted in how you view yourself. High-value men enter any room with an inner assurance that they bring value, and it shows in everything they do. Their posture is upright, movements deliberate, and words chosen with care. They don't rush to fill silences or nervously over-explain themselves. This composed demeanor draws others in. It signals control, self-respect, and a sense of purpose. For instance, if a woman challenges him playfully or throws a curveball into the conversation, he doesn't overreact or become defensive. Instead, he might respond with a playful smirk or a calm, witty reply. This shows emotional stability, making him appear unshakable and intriguing. Confidence is less about what you say and more about how you say it. A calm, steady tone paired with meaningful pauses can hold attention more effectively than 1,000 words. Emotional resilience. Composure over chaos. Women are drawn to stability and emotional strength. High-value men exude these qualities by staying calm and collected, no matter the situation. This emotional resilience is incredibly attractive because it signals maturity and reliability. For example, if someone teases or lightly criticizes him, he doesn't flinch. Instead, he might laugh and turn it into a light-hearted moment. This response shows that he's confident in himself and isn't easily rattled by others' opinions. Each conversation becomes an opportunity to demonstrate emotional maturity. When you remain composed, she'll start to see you as a unique presence, someone who stands out from the crowd. The art of subtlety. Small gestures, big impact. High-value men know they don't need grand gestures to leave a lasting impression. They understand that it's often the small, subtle actions that speak volumes. Maintaining steady eye contact, nodding attentively, or keeping relaxed body language can have a profound impact. Women are highly skilled at reading these nonverbal cues. When you communicate warmth and composure through subtle gestures, you create a stronger, more genuine connection. For example, rather than fidgeting or looking around the room, he focuses fully on the person in front of him. This simple act of presence makes the other person feel valued, and that feeling lingers. The allure of mystery, creating curiosity. In a world where oversharing is common, a touch of mystery is refreshing. High-value men know that revealing everything too soon can dilute the intrigue of an interaction. Mystery doesn't mean being evasive or secretive. It's about leaving room for curiosity. For instance, if asked about his work, he might say, "It's something I'm passionate about." I'll share more about it another time. This response is intriguing without being vague, inviting her to want to know more. Similarly, when discussing hobbies, he might say, I've been working on a project that's been challenging but rewarding. I'd love to tell you about it sometime. These answers spark curiosity and keep the conversation dynamic. The power of silence. Mastering pauses and tension. High-value men embrace the power of silence. Instead of rushing to fill every pause, they let moments of quiet build a subtle tension. This creates space for reflection, anticipation, and deeper emotional connection. For example, imagine posing a thought-provoking question like, what's something you've always wanted to do but never had the chance? After asking, they let the silence linger, allowing her to think and respond deeply. This thoughtful approach not only showcases confidence, but also creates a more memorable interaction. Creating emotional impact. Meaningful conversations. What sets high-value men apart is their ability to create emotional experiences in every interaction. They steer away from shallow small talk and dive into meaningful, engaging topics. Instead of asking, what do you do for fun? They might ask, what's a passion of yours that most people wouldn't guess? This type of question encourages reflection and reveals deeper layers of someone's personality. When paired with storytelling, these conversations become even more powerful. Sharing a personal, relatable story, whether it's about overcoming a challenge, embarking on an adventure, or a humorous mishap, creates an emotional connection. For example, a story about deciding to take a last-minute road trip could evoke excitement, while recounting a lesson learned from failure could foster vulnerability. These moments stick with people, leaving them replaying the emotions long after the conversation ends. Strategic space. The push-pull dynamic. One of the most overlooked techniques is mastering the balance of presence and absence. High-value men understand that too much attention can dilute its impact. After a great interaction, they create space, not as a game, but as a way to let emotions settle and anticipation build. Instead of constant texting or immediate follow-ups, they allow the other person to reflect on the connection and look forward to the next interaction. For instance, after a meaningful conversation, they might end with, I've got to go, but I'd love to pick this up another time. This leaves the conversation on a high note and sets the stage for future engagement. Mastering re-engagement, rekindling the spark. When reconnecting, high-value men avoid shallow, generic messages. Instead, they reference something specific from the previous conversation to show genuine interest. For example, they might say, I've been thinking about what you mentioned about your project. How's it going? This approach shows attentiveness and thoughtfulness, deepening the emotional connection. Conclusion. The art of attraction. Through communication. The essence of high-value communication lies in creating emotional depth, curiosity, and anticipation. By mastering these techniques, you'll find that you no longer need to chase attention. It will naturally gravitate toward you. With confidence, subtlety, and a touch of mystery, you can build connections that resonate deeply and leave a lasting impression. When you're not around, they'll miss you. And when you return, they'll be eager to reconnect. Master these skills and you won't just connect, you'll captivate.